another IPA this week from a brewery that we have never had anything from. At least I have not.
I have not either.
Oh, okay. That's good then. Are you sure? You want to disclose anything else?
Nope. Full disclosure. That's all I have to disclose. Okay. I have not had it.
There's nothing else. And
I've seen it. I've seen this and others before, but
they seem to be
purchased.
Yeah, they seem to be permeating the market a little bit.
Ooh.
I found this at Total Wine, and that was kind of where I started to see some of those. And also, it's Las Vegas, which is odd for me for a brewery as well.
Yeah.
Like I said, I don't think of that as either.
It might be my first Vegas brewed beer.
It could be.
Here.
So that's what we've got for this Give It a Shot. I'm Andrew.
And I'm Keith, and we are AboutBeverages.com, and the beverage we are about today is from Tenaya. I'm hoping I'm pronouncing that right. Tenaya Creek. It is their Hop Rod IPA.
Nice. Yeah.
I'm getting it confused with Bear Republic.
Right, exactly. You want
Hop Rod Rye.
Yeah, this is just Hop Ride.
Hop Ride. I'm sorry.
Ride.
It's hop,
yeah, there's no rod in
this
here.
is Hop Ride.
We had a Monkey Fist.
Right.
There's no rod in here,
well, the Hop Rod is the Republic.
Bear Republic, yeah.
Bear Republic. So, okay. Hop Ride.
Hop Ride is
IPA.
Yeah. And it was $5.99, so not too super expensive, so that, obviously always intrigues me a little bit, and I always it's so hard to find an IPA these days.
They are.
You really got to
search
seek them out.
Not like sours, which are everywhere.
Sours are everywhere. It's like, yeah, these IPA.
Wait, no, that's the other way around.
This IPA may catch on. I'm thinking maybe. But yeah, so definitely interesting. Always love trying out new breweries, and it a little bit higher on the alcohol. Is it in the 7s?
7.2.
7.2. But yeah. That was where I was at.
We're gonna jump into that.
Yeah, we're gonna jump right into that. Yeah, nothing else had kind of been hitting me lately when I was out looking around the stores for new breweries and new different things. So
now the IPA we had earlier in the week was definitely an East Coast or almost European IPA.
Yeah, I thought so.
But we have no idea what, or at least I haven't read anything about this. So you may have read already about it.
No, I did a little bit of research, and I did find they're big into this one with the Magnum, the Summit, and the Cascade hops.
You know why?
So they're using a trifecta of the hops.
This label, at least the color scheme, does remind me of the Sierra Nevada, the Ruthless Rye.
Oh, the Ruthless Rye, which is
IPA. The color scheme reminds me of that.
That should be coming back around soon.
Oh, if it would be that. I think I actually still have. I have a few of those in my fridge.
No way.
Yeah. Because that 12-pack that
coming over to your house.
All right, I'll get Andrew over to the house.
Those are so good. That was fantastic.
Now, what about yours? Mine's clear.
Mine is also pretty clear.
Okay.
Yeah, pretty clear. And they
gold.
this one was dry hopped as well, which I should mention.
Oh, okay. So
yeah.
we should get a little of that.
Yeah, so they're definitely, the aromatic should be in full force. A little more golden, I think, than the last one.
Yeah. Yeah, the other ones had a little orange. Not a lot.
I'm going to say I got kind of lucky on this one because both of these seem similar.
Okay, I was going to say maybe this is an East Coast style.
That's what I'm thinking.
Because it has that little bit of maltiness to it.
Yep.
I don't really get the fruit, but
no, I'm not getting the fruit that I got in the previous one.
I don't really get any hop, anything that makes me think too much of hops.
No, I'm getting some pine. I'm getting some nice pine, a little bit of that kind of at the back for me. There's a little bit of that. No, really.
I really had to. Yeah, like there's pine
snort.
residue, like when you take the Christmas tree out.
There's a little resin going on.
There's a little
there.
sap, little pine sap.
There's a little Warren sap in there.
Oh no, I don't want any Warren sap residue on my hands.
No, gosh,
don't need that.
Yeah, I'm getting some of that, so it's nice, but it's definitely balanced once again, interwoven with the malts that are in there.
It's not in your face.
Yeah, I guess when I think dry hopping, usually dry hopping conjures up to me, it's going to be, something whatever they use,
right?
Whatever they decide to use, and then it's going to be, wow, that's floral and aromatic of whatever, citrus or pine.
Even if you don't taste it, you usually smell it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, dry hopping. Yeah.
There's not a lot going on in there.
No, again, we're kind of at the point of bitter,
but I don't even get.
I'm getting my finish right now. Like literally, I feel tingling and I feel that
I'm more
bitterness
dry
at the back.
I'm more on the front.
A little bit.
I'm dry.
No, when I get a little bit of that, and there's a little bit of sour, but in that, then there's just that, bitter of the, like I said, of the hop, of the hop resin and whatever kind of going on in there, where it's kind of sitting back there for me.
Yeah, no,
but the beer itself, I think, is even thinner than what we just had on Tuesday.
Thinner. Yeah, I would agree.
which one way or the other does not a big deal to me.
Yeah.
Again, I think this is kind of a nice, probably a summer kind of IPA thing going on here again. Maybe springtime. We're not quite springtime yet, though.
Yeah. I don't know. Personally, I'd much rather have a monkey fist. I never thought I'd ever say that.
Well, there was a little bit more flavor going on in that
Yeah.
one, even not only from the whatever malts they were choosing, but then also just the hops in general.
Yeah.
There was a little bit more left over before you kind of hit that bitter focus.
Yeah, that's sour.
But this is also pretty. I mean, it's clean. It's just kind of
Yeah.
People really need to work on when they write things. They have to know how people interpret them. I'm not specifically talking about this one, but you go to the websites and it's like aggressively hopped and this and that. And it's like, if you don't just like knock me over the head with,
maybe this is
whatever you're talking about.
Like we always say too. Maybe it's been sitting around for a while. Who knows how?
It's possible.
Yeah, I don't
Does
know.
it have a date
It doesn't
on there?
have a date on it.
No born on date.
I mean, this isn't going to stop me from trying something else from them.
No, and that's
but
like
I don't know if I'm yeah.
It's kind of like what we used to talk about when we were at the tasting table when we were doing coffee. It's like there's no faults here. It's just not necessarily. Do you think there's fault?
no. Okay, no.
There's no faults here.
There
There's
aren't any
nothing
faults.
There's nothing that's like turpentine or like something bad. There's no faults here.
Right.
It's just it's okay. There's other things I'd rather let my palate experience than having this one again. But because of that, I will try other things from them, especially at this price point. Like I said, that's not a huge investment. And I mean, I would finish drinking this if I had. It's not like it's like, oh, I can't even finish this. But if I poured one for myself, you're not going to.
Yeah, no, I guess you're not going to dump it.
It's rare I would dump. I mean, something would have to be pretty bad for me to dump. And actually, speaking of things that I would probably dump, I was, not to get off on a rant, but so I'm on the radio, I'm listening to Budweiser talk about their 12-pack of specialty, like they're calling it like their.
They have a 12-pack of specialty.
I got to get this right because I don't want to make a complete mistake, but it's called they were doing this like specialty thing. I know, like the lead up, too exciting. It was like a 12. What were they calling it?
I've seen Guinness had like a 12-pack.
Project 12 is what they were calling
Project
it.
12.
And they had all their little microbreweries, or not their they had all their little satellite breweries. All the brewmasters get together and they all created their own brews.
So like Goose Island.
Correct.
Right?
Well, you know what? I did not see them specifically mentioned.
Oh, okay.
But it talked about all the like the brewmasters from all their different little get together and make beer, and then they narrowed it down to 12, and then from there they made a 12-pack with just 3 different options. So you get 4 beers from each one.
All right.
So they really went out on a limb. They went real far out of their comfort zone. Are you ready?
Oh, no.
Are you ready? They did a Pilsner lager.
Okay.
They did an amber lager.
Ooh.
And they did a light amber lager. Oh my gosh.
Wow.
They really broke the mold. I mean, I'm not
pushed it.
expecting anything at all, but it's like this is what you're promoting. You're trying to what your market does not care. Your market does not care what you make, and you are not going to get anyone else to drink your stuff
right.
because of that. Even if one of those is like better, it's like that's
they didn't go too far outside the box. In fact, I don't even think they went outside the box.
have ale yeast available.
I think they just pushed on the inner edges of the box. They just pushed.
They didn't even go out of the box. They just kind of tapped it a little bit.
Wow.
Yeah, 2 ambers and a Pilsner.
And they do have
this is what you're able to do.
Well, obviously with Goose Island as part of their
maybe they didn't. I'd like to
have.
think that they didn't even get involved.
Okay,
because that is a tasty brewery, and I don't want them touched. So I'm hoping like maybe it was like they were like, we're not doing that, and they're like, yeah, you probably shouldn't. You'd make something good that someone would want to drink. We don't want to do that. I just thought that was hysterical, and I had to make mention of it because I was like, yeah, Project 12. I was like, what is it? So you pick amber and a light amber? Like really, you couldn't even get 3 different styles. You couldn't even have like,
wow,
yeah.
It's just Budweiser stout.
I was befuddled. Something, a whatever, like some sort of black malt. Budweiser or something like that. Even if you did just a Budweiser but threw in some dark malts, it's like at least you're thinking a little bit.
I saw the like I said, but the Guinness around the holidays had a 12-pack of. And there was something in there that I'd never seen before. I'll have to look that up. But
they're advertising that black lager on TV.
Well,
like
the black
nobody's
lager
because it's got the guy from Boardwalk Empire
Oh, is that
the guy that's
he's
walking?
a famous guy?
Yeah, he's from Boardwalk
okay.
Empire.
Yeah.
Well,
you know why black is better? Yeah, that guy's just walking around. Well, speaking of things you hear on sports radio, have you heard if you want whiskey without the burn? Have you heard that commercial?
What is it for?
It's for whiskey mist or something like that.
Well,
we've taken the great, wonderful taste of whiskey and we've gotten rid of the burn. And I'm like, what the hell are you talking
You're an idiot.
about? Yeah. If you want,
well, it's like
if you want whiskey, but you really want vodka, but you don't want to admit that you really want vodka,
exactly.
then try this. It's like, okay, they were advertising the heck out of it for a while. And after I was like, oh, what are they talking about? And I can't remember the exact name of the product, but it just if you want whiskey without the burn.
They've really made what's been making the rounds and seems to be getting is that, have you heard of that Fireball whiskey? It's like Canadian whiskey and it has cinnamon in it.
Oh, okay.
So it's like they make a joke about like something like the taste is cinnamon, but the fire will burn you to hell. Like there's something. Well, and I'd been hearing about it on some of the other podcasts that I listened to. People are talking about, oh, we're enjoying this Fireball, and they were trying it, and I was like, I know this is not something I want, but I would like to taste it at some point just to see what it. And they actually have it at Costco now.
Oh, really?
I was like this close to buying it because it's like $13 for this bottle, and just the bottle itself is kind of cool.
Oh, okay.
And like I said, I'm sure it's probably like an awesome like mixer, whatever.
Right.
But like I said, as a whiskey and bourbon guy, it makes me sick.
Yeah,
but
we're offended yet curious.
I'm offended you're curious, but as someone that as the two of us working with a website, we're curious.
And we're curious. Yeah. Send us a bottle.
So yeah, if you
or a sample if you've got
work
some
for Fireball whiskey,
sure.
Yeah,
we're open to try it.
But yeah,
We've been surprised before.
I saw that and I was like, I was interested in that, but I was like, really? I'm like, people are just like, oh, this is good, and it's it gets frustrating. But what's not frustrating?
It's not.
Is AboutBeverages.com.
We are not frustrated.
That is the website where you can get the tasting notes for this beer, as well as find out where it hits on our recommendation scale.
That's right.
And while you're there, definitely check out everything. We can be found on everything. We're on Twitter. We're on Facebook. You may be watching this on YouTube, which we appreciate. If you've subscribed to us, we appreciate that a lot. And also Untapped.
You can just send us an email.
You can send us an email. You know what? We don't talk
Give us
about
a
that
comment.
enough. Comments are great. Like I said, we've been getting a lot of those lately through YouTube, but we appreciate that a lot. And definitely comments. Let us know. Is there something else we should be trying? What other? We'll try pretty much about anything. So definitely let us know like what you're enjoying.
We've tried
right
bubblegum vodka.
That's how far we've gone.
Well, yeah.
We didn't try the Bubble 07, but we did try the bubblegum vodka.
That's right.
Yeah, anything. We just want to try new things. Seasonally, kind of like we're into that right now, too.
Yeah.
Always into the seasonal drinking. What kind of can you only find right now? Not something maybe year-round, something like you've got to get it now if you're going to try it. That's what we'd like to
Just
hear
like
about.
you should eat seasonally, you should drink seasonally as well.
That's true. But whether we like it or not,
you should give it a shot.